Hi, xin chào tất cả. Hello everybody. Today is the 31st of January, and as always, we're gonna tell the pain story. This pain story has changed a lot of people's life, and as it shed light into why something happened to our life and how we can create or manifest our dream life in a very certain way. And myself, I'm actually telling the pain story as a way to as a practice, I think a discipline practice, as well as to help to remind me about the lesson from the pain story. So I would be able to apply that into my life in a more consistent way, so that I would be able to get the inner peace for myself. So let's get started with the pain story, okay? What is this? It's a pen. What do we use the pen for? To write. Now there is a dog inside the room. I'm going to wave this in front of the dog. What does the dog do? The dog probably will sniff, lick, or chew this, right? Does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So for the dog, this one is not a pen, but for the human, this one is a pen. So who is correct, the dog or the human? The answer is both are correct. For the dog, this one is a chewing toy, while for the human, this one is a pen to read. The dog is correct in the dog world, the human is also correct in the human world. So that is our first lesson. Both are correct. Now, let's imagine that there is a table in front of me. So I'm going to put this thing on the table, and then both the dog and I will walk out the room. So inside the room, there'll be no human, no dog. What does this thing become? It is still a pen or a chewing toy. Oh, it becomes to think. Okay, so it's almost so it's right now when there's no human, no darkness come back, and then this is by itself in the room. Okay, it is almost nothing. So it is not a pen, not a chewing toy. And the ancient wisdom calls this one as the emptiness. The emptiness is actually a very magical definition. As we understand the emptiness, we'll be able to achieve anything in our life. Just like Issue Michael Roach applied the emptiness into his business and was able to build business with a revenue of $250 million a year. He is also able to help several refugees. So what is the emptiness? Why is that so magical? Let's go back to the pain story, okay? So this thing is currently on the table when there is no human, no dog, or nothing to interact with. It comes back to true self, we call it the emptiness. So the emptiness is actually not nothingness. This is not also not blackness. This is or no feeling, no thinking. The emptiness is just itself, when it doesn't interact with anyone or anything. Just like ourselves when we are by ourselves. So that is very important for us to recognize. Okay? But then, okay? So as soon as I come back to the room and I look at this becomes a pen. So the pen has transformed itself from the emptiness. The thing has transformed itself from the emptiness. Now it is a pen. But then also if the dog come back to the room and the dog look at this becomes a chewing toy, right? So now it's transforming to another thing, a chewing toy. And a magical thing is that as soon as both of us, the dog and I, come back to the room at the very same time, we both get this at the very same time. What does this thing become? Oh, it becomes two things, a pen for me and a chewing toy for the dog. So a single thing, when there's no human, no dog, or nothing to interact with, it is almost nothing, right? It's come back to true, so we call it the emptiness. But because it has the emptiness, also has the potential to become anything or anyone, depending on who or what is looking at this at the very moment. So that is our second lesson. Along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. Now I see this as a pen. So does this pen coming from me or does this pen coming from the thing itself? This pen is actually coming from me. Why am I so certain? Because if this thing and the pen is telling the dog or anything in this entire universe, we have to see it for what it is, which is a pen. But does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So this pen is actually coming from me. This pen is actually coming from my mind, and everything is actually coming from our mind. So that is our third lesson. Everything is actually coming from our mind. Now we all agree this pen is coming from my mind, right? So I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to believe this will become a diamond, okay? So please pray with me. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Open my eyes. It's still a pen. So what in my mind that forced me to see this as a pen but not a diamond? There are said inside our mind that the ancient wisdom calls karma. When we see something, the seed inside our mind pop up, open up and cover this and made it see it for what had been planted earlier into our mind. So who planted those seed into your mind? Only you can plant the seed into your mind, and only I can plant the seed into my mind. How can we do it? We do it by three ways: by our word, by our action, by our thoughts, especially toward other people. So for instance, I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna say that I have a pen. Would you like to have this pen? And when my friend say yes, please, I'd be so happy to give this to my friend with the hope that I can help my friend. So when I give this palm open up and both me and my friend will see it, and it start leaving mark in my mind. A couple days later, when I see this, I recognize this one as a pen, which means that the seed of the pen has already been planted into my mind. And I pop it open up and covered this and made me see it for what had been planted early into my mind, which is a pen. And this is how a pen become a pen, or anything surround us become what and who they are to us. In the pen story, there are several meaningful lessons. Today we went over 4 different lessons. The first lesson is both are grown up, so we learn to respect each other's opinion, we learn to respect each other's choices, and we also learn to listen to each other with a compassionate heart. The second lesson is, along with the emptiness, limitless potential. So trust your potential, trust the potential of within or everyone around you, and trust the potential, whatever happened to you. Don't blame anyone. And then that is the third lesson, okay? Everything is actually coming from the seed inside our mind. So we be 100% responsible to whatever happened to us. We don't blame anyone because in the end, we are the only one who can plant the seed into our mind. And lesson number 4 is how to create or manifest our dream life in a very certain way. So first, you have to know. You have to know what you want in your dream life, right? By using lesson number 2, the emptiness and the potential. And then after that, we start planting those seeds using our word or action, our thought to other people, helping other people to get that very same seed. For instance, if we want to have happiness, then we plant the happiness seed using our word or action, our thoughts to other people, helping other people to be happier. If we want to have prosperity, then we use our word or action, our thoughts to other people, helping other people to get more prosperous. Or if we want to have wisdom, then use our word or action, our thoughts, helping other people to be wiser. And just like that, whatever that we want, making sure that we use our word or action, our thoughts, helping other people to get that very same seed. And then that seed will be planted into my mind, and one day it's gonna sprout up, and then it's gonna become a tree, and then you're gonna harvest whatever seed that you planted. Okay. And the lesson that I would like to share with you all today is that actually it's been quite a while since I last told the pen story on Saturday, but then I decided that I will try my best to go back into telling the pen story. And I think that, as long as I decided it into my mind, I keep working toward that. I think everyone else in my family will support me. And that is the thing that I will have to recognize, right? I will have to work on it because everything is actually coming from the seed inside our mind, actually. So if I already decided that I wanted to do in my mind, then it's only me who stopped me from doing it. And I realized in doing this process of telling the pain story, it's not that anyone stopping me, it's just that me, myself, I didn't, I might not be, sometimes I might not be that disciplined enough, or I might not just give land the time to tell the pain story. So that's the lesson that I would like to share with you all today. And this is the reason why I say that, by telling the pain story, every day, or the process of telling it or trying to tell it is actually in itself has already contained some lesson for us to learn as well. So thank you everyone for listening to me today. Thank you, Lou, for calling me in this 3,000-day journey. And if by me sharing with you the pain story or my lesson is something good, I would like to dedicate that to my dearest family, to my friends, to my coworkers, to my neighbors, and especially to the family of my friends, as well as to my friend's father, who is in suffering the terminal cancer right now. So may him, may him be have less suffering. Um, and as well as to any other world, any other living things in this world, and the other words with love, wisdom, and gratitude. Thank you everyone for listening to me. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.